Hi everyone, welcome to IAB Measurement Fuel Stop. I'm Mandy, search specialist at Google, and today I'm very excited to share with you about value-centric measurement. Later, you'll also hear about lifetime value from Agnes, marketing science partner at Meta. Here's the agenda for today. We're going to start with why value-centric measurement is important. Then we're going to get into the how of how to get started, covering steps on collecting signals, assign value, and optimize results. Then I will pass it to Agnes to talk about what is lifetime value. And finally, the application of lifetime value. So, why should marketers care about value centric measurement? Well, the truth is, not every customer brings the same value to your business. Some conversions might be worth less, while others are worth higher. Adopting value centric measurement can allow you to maximize returns from your media investment by measuring and optimizing to these different customer values, helping you find higher value customers and aligning closer to your business KPIs. To get started on this journey, begin with value discovery, which is about understanding the true impact of your conversions and how to use them for campaign performance. Let's say your company sells cars. Some potential customers may visit your website after seeing your ad. Then some of them will download a brochure, and some may fill out your lead form for a test drive. Usually, your website conversion tracking stops here. But we know that the customer journey doesn't stop here, because after all of the leads are received, your sales reps will usually call your customers to arrange an appointment. It could then lead them to visit the dealership for different car models, and eventually one of them will purchase a car. Each successful lead should be valued differently. So, how do we implement this? There are 3 steps. Step 1 is value ingestion by collecting signal and importing those values into marketing platforms in a durable manner. Step 2 is assign values by sharing the right conversion value of your customers. Let me give you an example. Let's go back to our car dealership example. There are a few points in the customer journey where you might want to collect signals. For example, you can collect the signal of a brochure downloaded and a test drive lead form filled out by using all 9 tags. Then, assign static values to these actions, such as $150 for a brochure download action and $1,000 for a lead form action. You can also collect the signal of when a car is purchased from your offline CRM. And you can assign dynamic values, specifically the actual purchase price of the car. Lastly, you can collect the signal of what a customer's lifetime value might be predicted to be worth, also collected from your offline CRM. For example, you might assign the value of $50,000 for a customer if they've purchased a car every year from you in the past, and you know that they are likely to continue doing so for many years and spend $50,000 in their lifetime. Finally, after collecting signals and assigning values, the last step is to make sure to make use of those value data to help optimize your marketing investment. And you can do this easily by using features from advertising platforms, such as value-based bidding feature in Google Ads, to optimize your ad campaign to find more high-value users and improve your return on investment. While many advertisers differentiate their customer value, they might miss the final step of sharing this information with ads platform for optimization. We encourage advertisers to import the value data to the ads platform and switch on the optimization bidding features so that it can help you find the most valuable customers, bidding higher for more high-value customers, and finally delivering higher business value for you, whether it's higher sales revenue or higher profits. Finally, we see that advertisers that use value measurement and value-based bidding to optimize can generate higher return on ad spend. Specifically, on average, a 14% increase in conversion value. Just now, I touched on collecting signals on customers' lifetime value. Let me now pass it to Agnes to explain more about how marketers can think about how that is calculated.
In this session, we will go over an example of using value-centric measurement, which is to look at customer lifetime value and how it is a strategic growth tool. Sometimes we think of all customers as being the same, and that's true, of course, on fundamental level. But it's easy to make the mistake of assuming that just because we spend the same amount to acquire customers, we should continue to evaluate all customers in the same way. The reality is, some customers are worth more for your business than others, and it's okay to market to them differently. So ask yourself, who are the best customers you really have right now? Why are they attracted to the brand? And then try to solve for how you can keep those customers coming back. By definition, customer lifetime value is the total monetary value delivered by the user over their lifetime with the business. The lifetime or period of interest may vary from company to company or industry to industry, but the concept is the same. Let's break it down in an example. Are you familiar with the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule? The Pareto principle is based on an idea that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of the causes. In sales, it's often observed today that 80% of the business comes from 20% of the clients. Let's say a startup has acquired 10 new customers at a cost of $10 each. And let's say they net a total of $500 from this group. That's a 5 times return. Not bad at all. But of course, not every customer spends the same way. Upon taking a closer look, the startup realizes 2 of these customers were responsible for 80% of that business. Averaged out, each of these 2 customers is actually worth 20 times what they cost to acquire. Now, the company is no longer thinking in terms of what each customer cost. They are thinking in terms of the value each customer delivers. And this has the potential to change how they market their products and acquire customers moving forward. They can try to find new customers similar to their biggest purchases. The thing to remember is that their marketing performance will now be based on more accurate definitions of customer value and return on investment. So let's boil it down further. Thinking in terms of value means thinking in terms of profitability. If a user is worth $50 and it costs $10 to acquire and retain, then the business is creating $40 and in a position to build a profitable business. And what are the unique benefits that LTV can bring to advertisers? And why would we prioritize this now? LTV is a growth tool for the advertisers. It's a metric tailored to profitability and sustainable growth. It gives a business a competitive advantage. It is also privacy friendly in that sense that it better leverages your first-party data at a time when the cost of achieving your business outcome may have increased. Finally, it also brings synergy and holistic thinking to a business. And what are the key drivers of LTV and how they can be used to progress on the value-based marketing journey? The core questions of LTV are the same basic questions any business would ask. 1. What product should I build which customers will engage higher with and pay for? 2. How often would they buy this product? 3. How long would they remain with my business? In some cases, it's as simple as connecting these dots. In many ways, that is the beauty of LTV. It connects all these 3 components or drivers together. Lifetime value is simply a function of the single sales average by average of number of repeat transactions by the length of the customer's relationship with the business. And to quickly summarize, lifetime value is available to all advertisers because it consists of fundamental questions that all advertisers would ask. 2, it can be actioned today through familiar marketing actions that correspond to the 3 key drivers. It can optimize by indicating value scores to the delivery system. So now we want to give you a more practical guide to evaluate where you are at on the lifetime value journey and how and what actions you can plan as your first steps. There are a few questions that we can ask to understand where we are at today and know how to get started. To start with customer-centric questions, are we focused on driving value from existing customers? Do we have a unique customer identifier to connect transaction data? And moving to data and technology questions, this gets more technical. The question to ask is, Do we have the technology to host data in one place? Or do we need assistance because data is fragmented? The next is the question about the analytical resources. This is extremely important to understand your analytical capabilities by asking the questions like, do we have the analytical resources to build a customer-centric value model? Or do we currently lack direction or inspiration to build LTV models? Or lack senior sponsorship within the business? We have tried to map out some of the obstacles to the questions and enabler from the previous slide. One, if the model doesn't exist and you care about value, support from your senior leadership to break silos, single customer view, and invest in analytical resources. Two, if the model exists and utilized within your marketing function, then what can we do? First is to check the model accuracy. Is it just assuming value or model-based value? And how can you do that? Work with your analytics team to validate the robustness of the LTV model. If that's fine, then what's next step? We recommend to develop a learning agenda on how to fully maximize lifetime value using test and learn approach. I hope today's session has provided you a better understanding of value-centric measurement. If you have any suggestions on measurement topics, do share your thoughts with us via the QR code. Thank you and stay tuned for the next episode of IAB Measurement Field Stop. Bye-bye.